blimey, I just sat down. Who's that now? Hello? Oh, hi, Chris and Paloma. Well, hang on now, slow down. You're doing what? Restoring original floorboards. You got a load of hemp insulation? Well, save us some. Oh, tell you what, how about I come round for a cup of tea and you can give me a tour? You're too busy? Oh, well, stuff you then and stop stealing my cat. Eesh. Calling me a nosy neighbour?
We started doing this office right when we moved in. We did this at the same time as the bedroom. And then we quickly realised that we were going to need to put all our tools in this room. We are going to start restoring our floorboards.
It's just broken half the floor over there. Today is the struggle.
I don't know how to do this.
There's two reasons we need to finish this office. First reason is we've got nowhere to work from when we actually want to do our work on our laptops. And we really just want a really nice office setup where we come into and everything's already set up. And the second reason is we really want to host family and friends as soon as possible in a comfortable situation. Mainly to use them as free labour. And we can even think about maybe having some family over for Christmas. Wouldn't that be nice? Really need to get cracking on, so here's the plan. Hoover up under the floorboards, make sure no rodents still live down here, and install hemp insulation. Install this massive cast iron fireplace, add office tables, carry on fixing the picture rail around the room, install a door, put up a picture gallery, or is that going on that wall? Clean up all the scuff marks and cat paw prints that are on our walls. Put in the skirting, and I'm sure we'll find lots more to do along the way. Let's do this. So, first problem already, I'm only 2 minutes in. These two boards were the only two boards that were still down from the original room because they were under the floor. Oh my God. It's just broken half the floor over there. Shit. Oh man, it's never easy. The original room had tons of woodworm, so we're not expecting these two to be any use either. We've replaced those boards, so we're just going to find some more nice ones to replace these with. So when we plane them, there's hopefully going to be no woodworm trails in them. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Fingers crossed. It looks like this brick is actually connected to this floorboard I just cut out as well. So now we have those are old wires. Are they old wires or new wires? It's never easy, is it? Right, first bit of hoovering done. We have our indie firm hemp insulation that we're using like we did in the other room. We're super happy with its acoustic properties. These have been bought specifically to be the same size as the joist, and we're going to slot them in the easy part, and where we get to the tricky part at the end, I'm going to have to cut them off a bit and slot them in. Let's go! I've been in love. Okay, took a good while, much longer than I expected as always, but all the insulation is down, so time to have a big clear up. Maybe we can start on the floorboards, maybe a cup of tea as well.
Step 2, cut the boards to size, get rid of any boards that are really wood for me. Let's do this. Oh, it's gonna be amazing when this is done. You know when you've just lived in a space for so long, unfinished, you can't actually imagine it being ever finished. That's kind of how this office has been for me.
Back in the house on my own today, Paloma's not feeling too good. But she's left me this lovely work list, and I have no idea what that means. Apparently, this is the key to me chopping all these floorboards in the office. This first board here is what I've marked up as 7F upstairs. Definitely proven to be a little bit more of a headache than I was expecting. Closest to the window, we're obviously quite keen to try and keep the longer lengths as long as possible. Cut this one, try and minimize the amount of cuts in the room, which is 3240 which is marked on the wood as 3205. So it's a little bit of, I'm starting to get Paloma's list a little bit more now. Cut it to 3205. There is some logic there, but I'm a bit more of a, let's put the wood down and then, I think I've got it. I think I have it. Juggle it about, right? Where she's been like writing it down. I'm nearly on top of it. I've laid, there's just a couple of pieces here. I just want to figure out what to keep going. All being well, it should fit straight in. X marks the spot and the one she wanted replacing, and it's a perfect fit. Smashed it!
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
This stuff is really in the way. Now the boards are all loosely placed. Anywhere where there's going to be cuts, they need to be sitting halfway on a joist each, so they have space to screw into the floor. So now I'm going to go around with my right angle and pencil and mark where these need to be cut, and then I'm going to get cut. So the last one is about to go down. There's half of it. We probably could have put this as one board, but we've cut it in two on purpose because a lot of the pipework is underneath here. So in case a plumber or electrician needs future access, it just means it's a little bit easier for them. So we'll put that in. Smash in. Love it. Oh. So how did board one go?
Okay.
Yeah? Any worries?
I don't think the Hoover's able to suck up because we don't have the right attachment. We can't find it. So we can't suck up the sawdust as quickly as we need to. So I think it's getting stuck and it's causing just a little bit of like roughness on these boards.
Pretty sure the sander will buff out the roughness, right?
Yeah, exactly. We go again.
Okay, let's go. How's it looking?
Okay.
Yeah, quite happy with that first one?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, next one.
Alright, so we've got some Woodworm here. We'll see how bad it is once we've planed it. So they bury and we basically uncover all the tunnels. So sometimes it might just look like two holes, but actually when you plane them, there's an entire ecosystem down there.
That's character, right?
It's the history of the house.
So, how's it going?
It's amazing.
Yeah, halfway through about?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah?
Always takes longer than you think.
It really does. It makes such a difference having that natural wood tone back, doesn't it? Doesn't feel like a gloomy room on that side of that half of the room now.
Right, let's crack the pipe.
Yeah. Tell me about your struggles today, Paloma. How are you feeling?
Awful.
Why are you feeling awful?
Just decision fatigue and not happy.
Up against the clock here as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
Just think. This time Thursday, you're going to be on a bike with no cares in the world, right?
Going on.
No, I think I need sugar.
Loving life?
In a storm. I hate rain so much.
Oh, it's been teeming down as well.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this.
Today is the struggle.
Very Welsh.
Using
Using
slate.
slate.
What else could we possibly use as a natural spacer?
Gonna be filling in some holes that was left here by some old pipe work and basically just tidying them up, and then we'll be cutting the same size hole out of a spare piece of wood and then sticking it in, and then filling the area and sanding it down so that it's the same size.
Very nice. Meanwhile, I'm just putting some frog tape down around where the new pipe works are underneath the floorboards so we don't drill into our lovely new pipes and cause a leak. What's next?
Screw!
Screw.
Screw you! So this is what it used to sound like. And then I go.
No way. The last screw. Is it going to be a hole-in-one? Oh, we'll call that a bogey. Job well done, yeah?
Today's a really exciting day because we are finally sanding the office floor. We've got our big sander and an edging sander that we've hired. They're still pretty rough, so that is our plan today. Hopefully we can get this all done in one day because I've got to take it back tomorrow. Let's go. As we've already planed, I'm going to start in with 80 grit and see how we go. We do have some 40 grit if we need them.
How's it going?
Okay.
Not the best?
Not the best. The sander's not as good as the last sander. Doing a bit of its own thing, which I guess you're always going to get good and bad sanders within a pack.
Any problems we have with the floorboards is called character. That's about as close as I can get with the edge and sander. I guess most people then just go in and manually do it after that. But same under the radiator. You can see that that's as far as I can get underneath it. A bit more work to do there. But the rest of it is looking rather sexy, I don't say so myself. Look at that. And now we're down to using portable orbital sander and the edging sander. Still see some rough patches that the big sander didn't get. Also, I've been getting by quite a lot lately on podcasts, but I'm a little bit short of podcasts at the moment, so if you've got any podcasts you would recommend, leave some below in the comments and I'll give them a listen. I've not finished, but it's close to 7 and I'm still making noise, so I best stop making noise for the neighbours. I'm gonna have to finish this off in the morning, and then it's on to sealing it. I've got to say, I wasn't part of this process last time because it was literally the day I bust my knee last time we got around to sanding it. But being part of this whole process of taking floorboards that look like this to now looking like this, it's just really nice. Give this wood, which must be close to 200 years old, I'd guess, like giving it a second life. The amount of people that have walked on it from the Victorian era, and now we're trying to make this a floor for generations to come. It's really exciting. They're so smooth. They're so smooth. They're so smooth. Ultra raw, in we go. Bing bang bosh. You sure about this one? It's a bit dark, isn't it? We have Biddy's Ultra Raw, and it just has a little dollop of the English satin in there. It's one of those jobs which it's like, imagine going through all this trouble to do it wrong. That still looks a little bit dark to me. Here we go. I'm nervous. Honest, I'm nervous. That's it. We're done. Looking rather sheeny. So, wet a dryer overnight and then see where we go from there. Hopefully it'll look epic in the morning. Oh. Morning. So, here we are. Right, how's it looking? You can probably hear that. It's a tad grainy. Apparently that's quite normal. I'm gonna go and buff it with 240 grit, which is quite a fine grit, and then do another layer. And I believe then that will be the floor done. How amazing is this? Really happy. Really, really happy. Also, we've had an intruder in the middle of the night. Let me show you. Not happy about this, guys. This is our hall. Look at our glorious hall. We have had a nosy neighbour come into our house somehow in the middle of the night and pee on our floor. I was sleeping right there. Thank God I didn't get in the bedroom because I'd shut this. So Any thoughts on how we can still retain good relations with the nosy neighbours, but stop them from peeing on our newly sanded floors? That's outrageous. I might even have to convert to Team Dog after this. Hope it turns out smooth after this next layer. Here we go, round 2. Bah. Okay, that's it. All done. Gonna let that dry out for a bit. I did make one amateur hour error and left my phone on the shelf at the other side of the room, which is fine, but what's a millennial gonna do without his mobile phone for a few hours? Okay, shoes off. Ready for the big reveal.
Look at that! It's so smooth!
What do you reckon?
Yeah, love it. Yeah, well done.
Do you think it's as good as your one?
Probably. I think you took everything I learned and made it better.
So what you're saying is my flooring is better than your flooring?
Not necessarily.
I just learned from the flooring master herself.
Yeah.
Curled up into a ball and died. I have surpassed the master. Pretty good, right?
Very cool.
Wow.
Really cool. Well done.
Looking good, isn't it?
Love it.
Yeah. So it is sounding a bit hollow in here, so we need to start padding out this room with stuff, don't we?
Yeah, let's do it.